Hello students, today we'll start with the new module. It is module number 2. The title of the module is Time Response of a Feedback Control System. So let us begin with the introduction. So most of the control system uses time as its independent variable. So it is very important to analyze the system response by applying external inputs, how exactly it behavior. The system output behavior with respect to time should be within the specified limit. This is very important to satisfy the performance of an system. The complete background stability analysis lies in the time response analysis. The system stability, system accuracy, and complete evaluation is always based on the time response of a system, any control system. So before going to that analysis and all those things, so let us look into the basic definitions of the time response, how exactly they are defined. So we'll start with the definition. That the first one is time response. The notation is what? C of t. This time response is given by a system in which a function of time to applied excitation is called the time response of a control system. Means that so at the time of input given, so at what time the system is producing the output. So that is defined as a time response of a system. Output of any practical control system takes some finite time to reach its final value. This time varies from system to system and depends on different factors. Similarly, final value achieved by output also depends on the factors like friction, mass, or inertia of moving elements. Some non-linearity presents in the system. So next term what we are discussing is now transient response. So its notation is Ct of t. The output variation clearing the time so it takes to achieve its final value is called as transient response of it required to achieve its final value is called the transient period, or else it is also defined as it is a part of the time response which decays to zero after some time as system output reaches to its final value. So there will be a note. So the transient response may be exponential or oscillatory in nature. Symbolically, it is denoted as Ct of t. Next term we are going to discuss is steady state response. Its notation is CSS. It is defined as it's a part of a time response which remains after complete transient response vanishes the system output, or else it can also be defined as response of a system as the time approaches infinity from the time at which transient response completely vanishes. The steady state response is denoted by CSS, and total response of a system is defined or denoted as total response C of t, which is equal to sum of toe response, that is CSS plus Ct of t. Means it's a sum of steady state response as well as transient response of a system. Now let us look this one last term or definition, that is steady state error. Its notation is ESS. Difference between the desired output and the actual output is called steady state error. This is very important for the stability of analysis of a system. There is a difference between the desired output and the actual output of a system. It is called as steady state error. We can observe here one example how exactly so we can denote these time responses, all these three terms what we have discussed now. So if you consider here C of t as a function of t and the x-axis as a time. So this is a step input what we have given as an input. This is the response of a system. How exactly it works? See, during this starting time, so it took some amount to reach this input. So this state is called as transient time. So after this one, whatever the response we are getting, it is called steady state of a system. See, this notation of transient time is Ct of t. The notation of steady state is what? CSS of t. This is how exactly so you can differentiate the different time response parameters, that is Ct of t, Cs of t. So it depends on some factors. So these parameters are going to vary. So this is what when the step input is given. But if you consider, so if you give the step input but the response of the output is oscillatory, or here that oscillations can be also here. So this kind of nature also be possible. In this also we can differentiate steady state as well as a transient state also. See, initially it is having some oscillations, so this is called what, transient time. So after this one it is almost constant, so this is called steady state time. So this is how we need to consider the different time response parameters for the system consideration for analysis. We'll stop it here.